Welcome to an all-new episode of the EDJ Whitetails. I'm parked. It's an evening hunt here, October 6th, Cold Front Monday. Cold Front Monday. Today's the first cold front we've had of the 2025 season. Low pressure moving out, high pressure moving in. The high only got to 58 today here in northeast Iowa, and we've got a north wind. I'm going right back to where I was last Wednesday, and we're going to see what happens tonight. October 6, 2025. Stay tuned. Welcome to the EDJ Whitetails. All right, welcome back. I'm going to get my bow ready, and this time I'm going to put this on. I'll put this on right now. We're not going to do what we did last time. That's what the opening day preseason jitters causes you to do, is issues like that where you forget stuff, you drop stuff. We're not going to do any of that tonight. Like I said, we're going to get this Mach 33 ready, and first cold front of the season. Haven't been getting a ton of activity on the cameras, but it was also in the 90s last weekend, and a lot of wind. That Trophy Ridge stabilizer on there. Get my release on. About 5 o'clock right now. Quitting time is 7:10 this evening, 7:11. Excited. It's going to be a good night. Follow along. Now, one of the cool parts about parking right up here at the farm is they're used to some commotion in the farmyard. UTVs, tractors, things like that nature. So I can park right there and get away with some noise. And we had about an inch of rain here in Reedland last night. So we are in great shape as far as getting in quiet. Ground got very moist now, and I'm going to slide in here as quietly as I can, much like last week. If there is a buck up in this area, it's going to show himself tonight. It's only going to be bedded about 75 to 100 yards away from us, possibly closer. So we're going in real silent. I got the wind in my face, and I'm just really excited about what tonight could bring. So one thing the farmers did over the weekend is they do no-till here on this farm, and they did come in and lightly fluff up the soil, and they did cover crop, and the contraption that they had to kind of lightly fluff this up has left plenty of corn cobs turned up, so there's still plenty of food there for them to feed on out in the corn, along with all the great biologic products that we've left for them too. So sliding in along here, I'll quit jabbering and we'll get the journey. All right, this scene probably looks really familiar, but it's the perfect setup for this time of year. It's just lights out up here in this corner. We're not far from the buck's summering pattern. And this is kind of they spend some time right here in the summer, and just to the west of us. This is kind of their midway point as they make their way to setting up their areas down in the bottom, our core area. But there will be a buck or two that takes this little area over up here. This is still where I've been getting the most buck pictures thus far in 25. This is just the place to be. So we've got standing corn yet to the north. And then, of course, like I showed you, the cut cornfield on the farm here. And we've got our biologic right up here. That's all Clover Plus. And up here in this setup, I can hide right up in here, no problem. This nice north wind tonight, the wind is right in my face. It's going right down along this back field edge here where I don't expect anything to come from. Now I know, never say never, but I don't expect anything to come from that. And then the cool part is about up here is we can watch everything. That whole area down below is the part of our hunting farm too, so I can watch from afar up here, being as early in the season as it is, and maybe see where something's coming out where I didn't expect, or even, meandering back and forth or feeding in an area that I wouldn't expect. So it's a kind of an observation area too. But, like I said, I'm trying to do my best here with the audio. So if I kick my head like this, I'm trying to just talk into the microphone. That first video last week was a little rough on the audio, so like I said, I try to be really quiet though, because if there is a buck up here tonight, he's not very far from us right now. So we're really going to watch that standing corn. I don't know if you can hear me very well in that last video, but they really love to bed in that standing corn yet this time of year. And you can really watch and see and hear them coming through the corn stalks because they can't help but make noise. So there'll be something interesting we'll be watching for as well. So I'm going to sit back tight and hopefully we bring you some action here on October 6th. Setup straight out of the north, and it's holding true. So good. So far, it's been pretty slow, but there's a bunch of blue jays to my west where I feel like it would be bedded. Just raising all sorts of ruckus up in there, so maybe some deer have gotten on their feet. So still sitting tight, just a beautiful evening. You couldn't ask for better in October. Perfect out here right now. That far down there, I just can't get zoomed on them. It's here in the way with the autofocus. Gotta play with it to shut that off. But there is a small buck down there on the edge of the switchgrass. That's the first deer I've seen. Surprisingly enough. Some nights you're the windshield, some nights you're the bug, but still got a little bit of time here with some light. Up here can typically come right at the end, so especially it is October 6th. Like I said, it is kind of a nice way to scout though, because it's 2 sits in a row. That I feel like the one last week was a little bit bigger, but I didn't have the knock. All in all, I know I said it before, just a beautiful night to be out. We had a little bit of light rain here a while ago. I need to do a time check here. 6:36 it says. So we've got till, well, legal is 11 after 7, but with the camera, I don't really want to shoot nothing without you guys being able to follow along. So camera light quits a little bit before that, but stick with us here. We're not going to wrap this up yet. Well, it just goes to show that sometimes the best conditions and the best laid plan doesn't always work out. So we're running out of camera light fast, as you can tell, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up tonight, October 6th. One thing I always got to keep in mind, and those you out there too, it's early. This first cold front, though, I really thought, especially in this area that I'm at, that we would get some action tonight, and possibly see one of the target bucks in the property. But it's not looking that way. Rain's starting to fall. It's actually getting a little heavier now, and I think I'm going to probably maybe duck out a touch early, especially if I don't have nothing around me. I don't get stuck up here in the tree with deer around. So I know the deer moved well tonight somewhere. We just don't happen to be somewhere. And I'm just not ready yet to plunge into the lower. I want everything to be right. I want to leave the food plot alone, the main food plots alone, as best I can. From what I can tell on the cameras, that stuff is growing fantastic yet. And I just don't want to start tromping in there too soon. We've got this little cold front burst right now, and I'll watch the cameras, but then it's supposed to warm right back up towards the end of the week and be in the 80s again by the weekend. So we're going to be patient, and we're not going to plunge into the good stuff just yet, even though, well, I shouldn't say that. I am in a great area right now. But when it comes to our later on pre-rut, rut type stuff, I'm not going to plunge in there just yet. So we will wrap this up to October 6th, 25. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I know everybody says that, but we would love to build the channel. We're just over 400 subscribers right now, and we love each and every one of you that subscribed. We would like to grow this community, so tell your friends, tell your family about it, and let's get some more subscribers, some more viewers, and tell me what y'all are seeing in the comments. We'd love to know what your action was tonight. If you got out and hunted, let us know, or even if you did in the morning. So, all right, I'll quit jabbering. I'm good at it. My wife says I like to hear myself talk sometimes. She's not wrong. So, for the EDJ Whitetails, I'm Eric Johnston, and remember to get outdoors.